Hello, Candace. Danny Lipford. How are you?
Hi, Danny. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me back again.
Of course. Thank you so much as always. I always look forward to it.
Good.
With storm season upon us, how can homeowners prepare? What's the first step they must take?
Well, I'll tell you what, one of the best things you can do initially before the storms or anywhere around you is to check with your insurance company and make sure you have the coverage that you need, and check those deductibles. Those levels are getting awfully high these days, so you want to make sure you're aware of exactly what you have. This is also a great time to have a nice, calm family meeting and just discuss with your family what needs to be done in the case of severe weather, and exchange all of the emergency phone numbers. Make sure everybody has those in case anything is ever needed there. It's also a good time to make an emergency supply list, things that you need to buy to have in the home so that you're ready for that extreme weather. And that's made very easy with a checklist we have online at todayshomeowner.com. Also, if you're one of the millions of people out there that bought a whole house generator or a standby generator, now's the time to tune it up and make sure it's ready in case you lose power. And if you don't have one, you might want to consider that, because they're a lot more reasonable in cost than they used to be and a lot smaller. Check this one out from Generac. This can furnish all of the power needs for a 2,000 square foot home or more, depending on the electrical appliances that you have in the house. And you can also install an automatic transfer switch, whether you have an existing home or a new home, which will automatically turn the generator on in the event of a power outage within just a few seconds, and turn it back off after it's restored. Now, these are available with natural gas or propane, so very easy to have that comfort level. And I'll tell you what, another thing, they even have a device called a mobile link, and mobile link will allow you to monitor your generator, and it'll tell you exactly when it needs to be serviced and that type of thing through your smartphone. So it's a great way to have that comfort level for your home, and especially nice if you have a second home and you're worried about whether or not the power goes off there. It can tell you, it can take care of it and tell you exactly when the power goes off and comes back on.
And what if you've been made aware that you're in the path of an oncoming storm? What should you do?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's the time. First of all, jump in the car and go fill it up with gas, because the gas lines will get so long, it's ridiculous. And in case you have to evacuate, your car will be all full and ready to go. Also, you need to look around your yard and look for anything like tables or chairs or kids' toys, garbage cans. Get those kind of things inside the house or inside the garage. And also, if you have the opportunity and you're looking at some extreme weather, it's a very good thing to cover up all of your windows and doors. You can use plywood. That's one of the most common ways of covering things up. Another way, you can use the PVC that is available now, the corrugated PVC panels that you actually can get some sunlight through. And another way is fabric. There's fabric out there that you can cover your windows to provide you that protection, that's made out of the same material that bulletproof vests are made out of. So that's another way to kind of tighten things up so that you're ready for that storm when it hits.
And what should you do if you are hit by a storm?
Well, the aftermath can be pretty traumatic. You have to think about it. If you have all of these plans put together, it's going to be a little easier to deal with. But first of all, there's a lot of damage out there you have to think about, and you need to document that damage with photos and videos, and call that insurance company and be pretty persistent. You'll need to call them. You'll need to tell them exactly how they can get in touch with you, by email, by cell phone, by even the neighbor's phone. Try to make it easy for them to get back in touch with you. Then try to minimize any of the damage that you may have with any type of tarp or plastic. Rope everything together, duct tape everything, do everything you can to keep the damage from getting any worse. And also, so many people over the last few years have, if they didn't buy a standby generator, they bought a portable generator, which is really a great way to provide some of that essential power to your house. Maybe your refrigerator, maybe a few lights, a few fans, that type of thing. But our friends at Generac have a few safety tips for you, including never use a portable generator inside a garage or inside the house. You want to make sure it's outside where there's plenty of ventilation to keep the carbon monoxide from becoming a problem. And that means never have a door or window open that the carbon monoxide can get in. Also, you want to invite the neighbors over and plug their cords in. Well, you need to be careful not to overload a portable generator, because they're not designed to power an entire house or a heavy electrical load. And also, when you're refueling refueling it. Now that'll last a long time with the gas tank that's on it, but when you need to refuel it, turn it off, let it cool down a little bit before you add the extra fuel. That'll ensure that you have safe operation on it.
And you've been through a lot of extreme weather. Do you have any additional tips or information you'd like to share with us?
Well, Candace, I'll tell you one thing that I really believe in, and that is a positive attitude. It's so overwhelming after a storm, but you have to realize things are going to get better. What you're looking at after a storm can just overwhelm you, but just push past that and know that you're going to have a better looking house, your environment's going to be better, and the neighbors will stick together, and you'll have that sense of community that's really, really cool in America. And you'll be able to put everything back together, and things will move along quite nicely. So just have to be patient, you have to be positive.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Danny. Where can we go for more information?
Well, I'd love for you to drop by our website, todayshomeowner.com. We just updated a brand new severe weather page so that you can see all the checklists and all the things you need to do so that you can be safe at your home with your family.
Well, thank you so much as always, Danny. I appreciate it. Have a great afternoon.
Okay, you as well. Thanks, Candace.
Thank you.